Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest Needless unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. As you can see, we are looking at the Mezco exclusive 112 Collective John Wick action figure. Very classy tin that this comes in. I love the fleur-de-lis at the top and the bottom and the trim on it. Just this design looks wonderful, and it's reminiscent of the classy production design of those movies, because even though they're action movies about a hitman, there's so much class just oozing through all three of those movies. On the back, you can see the list of contents, and this is what's cool about this. This is printed on the tin. This is not like a paper insert or anything. It's actually printed there, but we don't need to take too much time looking at this because we are going to open it up right now. Unlike some other Mezco unboxings, I am not opening the mailer because there's so much to get to with this set. I didn't want to waste time opening up a cardboard box. All right, we've got the protective tissue. That's when you're being fancy and classy, it's tissue, not tissue. The piece of paper that explains this is a collector's product. It is not for children. If you give it to a child and they tear it apart, it is not our problem. That's not exactly what it says, but that is definitely the gist of what you should take from that piece of paper. All right, look at this crazy assortment of product going on inside this tin. Now, what we're going to have to do, because this is a Mezco product and because they have this arrangement of trays and accessories, we're going to go and we're going to lift, see how well this works, how easily this comes out, which is maybe not so easily. You have to get exactly the right angle on these to get them out of the tins. And if I bend up the tray a little bit, I think that's okay. All right, there we go. So that is our top tray. We're going to set that aside for a moment. And you can see in the bottom tray here, all kinds of goodness. Just going to take that, set our tin carefully aside. And you can see specifically this is John Wick 2. Which I like, because that really, you know, if there was just a standard John Wick, which maybe there will be at some point, there would be less in the way of accessories. This is the deluxe version, so we get all kinds of crazy extra stuff here. I'm going to be very careful opening this up, because as you can see, there's tons and tons of gold. Now, those stacks are individual, but that doesn't mean I want those little stacks flying all over the place either. Oh, man, this is really snug. I'm going to have to be really careful pulling this apart to make sure those little tiny coins don't go flying off all over the place. Get a hand in there, create a little separation. There we go. Look at that. That's called being a professional, maybe. All right, so you can see we have our standard Mezco 112 base with the posing armature, the Mylar bag that every one of these releases comes with. I don't know if it's actually Mylar. It seems like it could be. To store all the accessories after you take it out of the box. And then some blast effects that'll fit into the barrels of the various. You can get a little bend right there in that one. That's okay, though. This is a softer PVC kind of plastic, so that's not a big deal. But just a cool assortment of blast effects to add to the weapons that he comes with. We've probably seen all of these before, whether it was with a Punisher or with maybe Deadpool came with some. I can't remember exactly, but if you want to go to oldneedlessthings.com and check out the reviews there of the Mezco 112 collective figures, you can. You can see right here, multiple gunshot effect. That's a favorite of mine. That's one of the coolest things Mezco has done, I think. All right, and then we've got inside his big chest of mayhem, there are a couple of panels. one of them for the coins, and one of them for various instruments of destruction. And I'll tell you what I'm not going to do here is I'm not going to pull all of these coin stacks and I believe grenades out right now. But you can see there are 12 stacks of gold coins, 4 grenades right here, and they all have their places in these separate trays. But in the interest of not making the longest toy review ever, I'm not going to necessarily place everything, and we will move along to Mr. John Wick. Now, I have not opened this up at all yet. I received a message from our Needless Things head of research, Ryan Schweck, asking, have you received your John Wick yet? And then the other message was, have you seen pictures of the portrait yet? And none of those things had happened when he sent me that message. So I'm very curious to see what we've got going on here. I'm a little nervous about why he would ask me about seeing the portrait, seeing the likeness. And I got to say, I don't know why I would have been, but this is 100% Keanu Reeves as John Wick. Look at that determined expression. This is fantastic. I don't think this could look any better. It's even got his uneven beard stubble that is so characteristic. I mean, they really, really nailed this likeness, I think. Could they have gone with a different facial expression? Maybe. This is one of those cases where it's a very specific scene in the movie, and maybe as a result of that, it's not what your brain completely expects John Wick to look like, but I think they've captured that determined look. Let's go ahead and pull this little bit of plastic off of there. And we'll leave his extraordinarily long neck, which is pretty accurate because Keanu Reeves does have quite a neck on him, if you've noticed. And check out the other portrait that's included that I think, yeah, this will be the one I display because there's no doubting that one looks 1,000% like Keanu Reeves. And I mean, if you're going to display a John Wick figure, I think you want the busted up, bloody, beaten John Wick with the hair down. This is absolutely the one that I'm going to be displaying on the shelf. It's perfection. So let's go ahead and plug that right in. This is one of the things I love about 112 Collective figures. Done. It's plugged in. I'm not going to go too crazy with posing him because he's got a suit on, which means I want to be as careful as I can be testing all of the joints and doing everything that needs to be done to make sure. I've had to return 112 figure at one point because the shoulder was just out and there was nothing I could do about it. But these are incredibly posable figures. There are torso joints. There are shoulder joints. Actually, I can feel right here his torso is misaligned just a little bit. So you can go in and kind of carefully around the clothes, shift things as needed. And that's fine. But these are amazingly posable figures. It's just that it takes a little time and effort to shift them underneath those permanently attached clothes that they're wearing. But the suit looks amazing. Take a second. I'm going to set this aside so we can get a nice zoom in on the figure and appreciate how this suit is tailored for a 1/12 scale action figure. It hangs perfectly. The lapels are flat. They're not like sticking up and goofy looking. His tie sits absolutely perfectly in his collar. It looks right. The weave of all of the fabrics is scaled properly. I mean, it's really just amazing how Mezco accomplishes this kind of detail and this kind of realism on this scale with soft goods. It's really almost unreasonable. You can see he's got his basic sort of action loafers on there. Those look great. The figure, I mean, what in the world else would you want a John Wick action figure to look like other than this? I think it looks fantastic, and once again, Mezco has blown me away with the tiny details. Look at that. He's got his, you can see it, wedding ring right there. Fists ready to punch evil. Well, not even evil. Ready to punch people who ruin John Wick's day right in the face. All right, so let's take a look at some of the rest of the accessories that are included in this deluxe set. As you can see, there are multiple hands over here. Obviously, you've got hands in the trigger pull position. You've got hands. Oh, look at that nice kung fu hand right there. How good is that? Ready to just jab somebody right in the throat. I love it. And then the left, just kind of a relaxed, casual John Wick hand. Not that he's a particularly... let's try that again. There we go. Not that he's a particularly casual guy, but you got to have kind of an eased up hand going on there. Oh, let's move that. Let's not let that head just roll around. Let's see. Sort of a holding type of hand right there. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Posed for a smaller item, clearly. Posed to hold a larger item. And finally, another karate kung fu hand. Ready for some martial arts. All right. I'm not even sure. Oh, this is the new dog. Let's take a look at this. I've been curious to know if this is just one sculpted piece or if there was any articulation. And it is just one sculpted piece, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't need this to be a fully articulated dog. I'm perfectly happy with him being an accessory since, I mean, he's not specifically a character per se. Obviously, he's critical to the plot, but looks great. He's got, oh gosh, is it a he or a she? Now I can't remember. Oh, it's a he. There you go. Okay, so anyway, I see Scraps as a boy dog. Looks great, though. He's going to look awesome standing beside John Wick, and I don't need it to be more than this, so that's fine. All right. Tons of guns. He's got large pistols, small pistols. Each one has a clip. He's got his incredibly classy watch that I'm sure is some very specific brand that they had a sponsorship deal with. Probably Citizen or something like that. I don't know. But you can see the detail on there. It's insane. But yeah, every pistol has a corresponding magazine. And actually, I'll pull this out here so you can see it. They have a magazine in them as well. This may be a little harder to get out than I can devote time to at the moment. But what I will do is show you what it looks like when you plug one of the cool firing effects into the barrel. And you can see right there. Oh my gosh, why are you so insistent on focusing on the background? As you can see right there, really, really cool effect. It levels up the weaponry for these so much. Really like that. All right. Thank you for tolerating me moving this tray in and out of the screen so I can get some nice close-ups here. Right here. I am not the guy who can define all of these pistols and all of these weapons for you. Oh my gosh. There we go. All I can say is they're cool. They're full of detail. There we go. Okay, so you can see those magazines actually come out, and there is a round right there at the top. How awesome is that? That's just amazing detail going on. All right. Let's get one of these cool... See, this is why I have to keep moving this thing in and out so we don't have blank black space while I'm digging these out of the tray. Got a cool assault rifle. Again, removable magazine. Round in the top. Look at that. That detail is absolutely stunning. This is why Mezco products cost as much as they cost. This level of detail. And look, there is absolutely nothing wrong with not needing this level of detail in your action figures. That's fine. If you're not into that, you're not into that. But I am. I love it. I think it's great. I think the quality is also very, very high. Right here, got a cool knife. Now you may be looking at this and thinking, well, Dave, that just looks like any old Hasbro or Mattel knife, but you can see there is a gloss here and here, and this is the sort of knife that a covert ops agent would use. It shouldn't have a steel-colored blade. It would be this black steel blade. So this is accurate. This is not cheaping out on deco. This is accuracy. And if you watch the movie, I'm sure that is what his knife looks like. Right here, we've got, I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. I believe this is a little device where when you see in the movies two clips, one's facing this way, one's facing this way. So when they switch them out, they can just go, boop, switch it over and throw another clip right back up in there. I believe that's what this is. And it would be for, matter of fact, we'll go ahead and try this right now and see. Yeah, you can see that slots right into there. So on your assault rifle, you've got this clip here, and then this would, well, it's not going to work with the clip in. So we put this clip here. And you can see right there, both clips, that's that reverse facing clip deal that they do in the movies that's so cool. So you stick that one in, expend your rounds, flip it over, put that one in, good to go. Awesome. Absolutely fantastic. And then over here we've got some other kind of crazy ass gun. I'm not going to pretend to know what this is. I haven't watched the movie since right before John Wick 3 came out, but shotgun. Some kind of really complex badass shotgun is what we've got here, obviously. So actually, I would say that this effect that I put into the assault rifle before would be best plugged into the shotgun. Really badass. And then finally, as far as our weaponry goes, we have a different kind of shotgun. My gosh, I hope those shells aren't removable and don't fall off right now. No, okay, it looks like we're in good shape. Just a longer barreled shotgun with a pistol grip. Very cool, looks great, elegant, powerful weapon, and possibly the one that I will pose him with. Although chances are I'll give him more than one weapon on the shelf. But this one just has a really cool look to it that I like a lot. Okay, last item in this incredible set is, of course, the chest that he goes down to the basement and digs up. It's got the latch on it right here. My gosh, I hope there's not a little tiny key somewhere that I'm supposed to find to be able to open this thing up. But it looks great. Even the bottom, paint, sculpt, everywhere. Every inch of this thing is full of painted, sculpted detail. It's beautiful. Let's hope this just flips up. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, it might not. You might not even have to. There we go. Okay. You never know with Mezco. There could have been some kind of like key or something that you have to use. So that all that does is open up, and you can see it's storage for all of the weaponry that comes with this incredible action figure. Really, really impressive. So what I'll do is I'll sit that right there, and we've got the large shotgun. We've got the assault rifle. My gosh, am I not putting these things in correctly? I don't think I am. What is wrong with me? We've got this other crazy thing that would blow somebody's entire torso apart. And then you've got that sit on top of all of that. I'm not going to push them all the way in because, like I said, I'm just here to show you the coolness of this set. Our coins go in here. Our pistols, grenades go in here. That closes back up. So every single thing that you saw in this video will fit into this chest, and this chest will be sitting beside him on the shelf at the end of the day here. So you guys, thank you for watching this video. This is an incredible action figure set. I am thrilled to have it. John Wick, great series of movies. I can't wait to see more. And if you didn't get this guy, keep an eye out. I would assume at some point we may get another cool John Wick figure from Mezco. And if not, maybe jump on eBay right now and go ahead and get him before he's insanely expensive, because he just started shipping recently. So possibly you could still get one for a reasonable price. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and listen to the Needless Things podcast each and every Friday.